Hey guys, it's Lauren. It's been a really long time. I've gotten super busy, sophomore year, high school, planning out my future, all that good stuff, but I miss you guys. I used to love making videos. I've deleted so many that I thought about posting, but I never did, and I don't know, it's been forever, but I wanted to talk about my past. Somewhat, just a little bit, not too much, but some. When I was little, my dad was on drugs. So at a young age, I wasn't the happiest. I wasn't the happiest kid. My dad stopped doing drugs when I was 6 because I told my mom that I wanted a new daddy. And so she was only staying with him because she thought for her kids, but we didn't even want him. So she was going to divorce him, and then God broke in and all that jazz. And me and my dad still don't have a great relationship. There's a lot of fighting and stuff. Headbutting. Normal parent-daughter thing. So, I got a new phone too. But, so, in 2nd grade, my mom was sick, and I had to stay with the family, and there was some inappropriate content. The boys said that he wanted to play a game. We were going to play a game. That's not what happened. It was not a game. And then I figured out what it really was when I was older, maybe a year older or so, and I really hated myself. And then in 4th grade, 2 years later, or a year later from figuring out, I started getting bullied really bad, and I didn't know how to handle it. I thought there was something wrong with me, I was different, there was really genuinely something wrong with me. And I used to get the crap beat out of me by different kids. I would come home with black eyes, and I'd tell my parents, I fell and hit my head, or, I hit my head on the nozzle of the bathtub this morning, just stuff like that. And they believed me. Until one day, I tried something. I tried to end it. It was a weekday, I think. They were all surrounding me, they did, yelling, fight, 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 kick her at and stuff like that. And they were betting money on how bad she would beat me up, her being someone I'm not going to name. So I was 10, and I got my unicycle, which was something they also made fun of me for. And I rode off, and I had something planned out, and I was gonna do it. But one of the neighborhood boys that was there stopped me. It was the only thing he did. It was the only time he ever stepped in was when he stopped me. Good thing he did, though, or I wouldn't be here looking as good as I do now. So, but before that, they would mock me when I would cry. They would beat the crap out of me every day. When they would make me cry, they would upset me. I'd run in, I'd go hide. I didn't want to go inside, and my parents, but I would go hide, and I would cry and cry and cry, and then they'd find me, and they'd mock me. They'd be like, "Oh, you're crying, boo-hoo, little baby, boo-hoo," stuff like that, just mean. They were just terrible. They were just mean, and they would make fun of me for every little thing, call me stupid and ugly, just terrible things. Kids are terrible, honestly. They're so terrible. And I didn't know how to handle it, so I tried to end it. So I told my very best friend maybe a week later, after everything. I didn't want to talk about it. I don't even know if she knew I was being bullied, but I told her that I tried to end it. And she told the counselor and I was in counseling every day for the rest of that year, and then every other day for the rest of 5th grade, for all of 5th grade. And I was almost put into a hospital for my psychiatric stuff because I thought I needed it. I was being tortured. Like, wouldn't you go insane after physically and mentally being tortured every day? Like, wouldn't you want it to end? And at such a young age, you don't know how to deal with it. What do you do? Like, and if you tell your parents, you think it's gonna make it worse, and it's just terrible. Like, I don't know how people can be so cruel. So middle school happens, and I started cutting because I felt different. But at this point, I had figured out, there's a God and stuff, like, my parents aren't crazy. I had gone to the summer camp that it's with the International House of Prayer. And I had gotten a concept for, hey, there's an actual God. Like, he actually likes me, he enjoys me even. But I was still super insecure and didn't like myself and would even question if people would even care if I was dead or even just disappeared. I just wanted to be gone. I was getting bullied again in 6th grade. I didn't have very many friends. Like, everyone knew who I was, but I wasn't popular or anything by any stretch. So 7th grade, I was continually being bullied. And then I switched schools, went to a different school in 8th grade, this charter school, and was Miss Popular, was being completely fake. That wasn't me. We had uniforms and everything. That was not me. I was being fake. I was trying to be Miss Perfect, something I never was. I wanted to be the it girl, because that's well, you get what I'm saying. Like, you guys get what I'm saying. So I go back to public school with all my old friends freshman year, and people are basically like, you left, you don't have any friends, go make new ones. But the ones that I still hung out with when I left were still there, and I made a lot of new ones, and even lost some of them. And then I went through this period where I just hated boys a lot. Like, I hated them. I wanted nothing to do with boys because I was cheated on so many times, and I had this long relationship that lasted 7 months, and my heart just kept getting broke. And even this year, I gave him another chance, and he broke my heart again. But we're friends right now. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him enough to date him at all. So here I am. I've been single for a while, and I'm talking to someone, which he's pretty great. And all the people that were by my side when I was younger, none of us are close anymore, but I don't think I would have made it this far if it wasn't for my childhood best friend. Well, best friend since 6th grade. More like my sister. And I got into a lot of trouble freshman year. But here I am. The Lauren you've come to know and love. Well, that's the end to this video. Peace out, lovelies.